act?
Yes, it has.
Roll call.
Mr. Balka?
Present.
Mr. Bishada?
Present.
Mr. Sayak?
Present.
Mr. Pinto?
Present.
Mrs. Esposito?
Present.
Mr. McEnone?
Present.
Mr. Kuya?
Present.
Ms. Trapp?
Present.
Ms. Becca?
Present. I'd like to welcome the public to our Let the Children Lead program. Correspondence, any questions or comments on monthly technology work order report, monthly maintenance work order reports. Minutes of the regular and executive session of February 7, 2012. May I have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second. I second. Roll call.
You need a second.
Oh.
She said so.
Mr. Balka?
Yes.
Mr. Bishada?
Yes.
Mr. Sayak?
Yes.
Mrs. Pinto?
Yes.
Mrs. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. McEnone?
Yes.
Mr. Kuya?
Yes.
Ms. Trapp?
Yes.
Ms. Becca?
Yes. Student Council Representative Report. Mr. Wan, do you have any update from the Student Council in reference to the sale of the Bomber School?
This year, the Kings of Hearts winners were Phil White, Andrew Sorbonne, and Tim Lopez. Congratulations to all the winners and thanks to all the students for supporting this event. We are also looking forward to our School Spirit Week during March Madness in addition to the competitive fundraiser Penny Wars, which we are currently organizing. Mrs. Mastrangalo and I have also come to an agreement as where the proceeds from the clothing sale will go, and we have chosen to donate to the Sayreville BIC. It is a pleasure to keep the money within the community. Furthermore, a long-standing motto of Sayreville Student Council is the idea of kids helping kids, and we could think of no better way to reaffirm this notion than to support the Sayreville BIC. This concludes my report. Are there any questions?
Do you have an update on the sale of the Bombers clothing from the last meeting?
Yes, we have discussed it with the principal, and we have chose to donate it to the Sayreville BIC.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Parent Involvement Representative Report, Marilyn Shedier.
The Parent Involvement Council PIC met on Monday, February 13th in the High School Media Center. Approximately 20 parents attended to hear Mr. Block-Malloy, the Power School Teacher Coordinator, discuss the Sayreville Parent Portal. The Parent Portal opened for parents of students in elementary schools on February 6th and will open in April for the middle school and high school parents. As of today, 430 parents have set up accounts in the Parent Portal. Our next PIC meeting will be on Monday, March 12th at the high school media center. The topic will be on social media and your child. This concludes my report. Are there any questions?
Thank you. Ms. Batco. Superintendent. Oh.
We haven't approved the minutes. We need a roll call vote.
We did. I made a mistake. I'm guilty. Started in the 5th grade.
District highlights, Mr. McIntosh.
District highlights. On Wednesday, February 8th, a group of 44th and 5th grade volunteer students with 3 teachers visited Elijah's Promise in New Brunswick. Along with them, they brought over 30 bagged lunches and over 200 plastic rosettes, all which were put together by students during their lunchtime or after school. The Sayreville Music Department would like to congratulate middle school chorus teacher Mary Moran for receiving the New Jersey Music Educators Association Distinguished Service Award for her years of dedication to the field of music. Mrs. Moran has been teaching music in Sayreville for the past 34 years. The weekend of February 3rd to 5th produced a magical time for hundreds of people. For those 3 days, the high school auditorium was full to capacity as theater goers were transported by the Sayreville Middle School students and the Fine Arts Department to the magical land of Oz as the students performed the classic play, The Wizard of Oz.
Thank you. Superintendent's report, Dr. Alfano.
A. Building and grounds. No report. B. Finance. Approve the resolution on transfers. 2. Transfer spreadsheet in accordance with S1701 for the month of January 2011.
12.
Approve the disposal for the purpose of the recycling. As noted. Number 14, placement of a regular education student in the Middlesex County Academy for a minimum 45-day interim period. Approve change order number 1 to Rochelle Contracting for renovations to varsity baseball fields in the amount of $6,112.25. Are there any questions for section B?
Dr. Alfano, this is directed to Mr. DeAndrea. How come we're still paying AT&T for long distance service?
At this point in time, the services have still not been disconnected. At this point in time, the services have still not been disconnected.
Thank you.
Any other questions in the section?
Mr. DeAndrea, I am abstaining on the check for my fingerprinting and on the check for the Arts High School.
Yes. No check number 122-178. And abstain on number 8.
Any other questions on section B?
Yes. Mr. DeAndrea, there is a bill for protein for $6,798. I thought we paid them based on savings they generate. How is there a bill if we just hired them at the last meeting?
This is based on the old savings they gave us from savings generated in the past.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't know on number 15.
Section C. 3, no. None certified. Excuse me. I vote no for number 15.
Mrs. Sacco?
I vote no for number 15 also.
Mrs. Esposito and Mrs. Backup.
Thank you.
Mrs. Backup?
Is that okay?
Mr. Bishada, is this being recommended by the Buildings and Grounds Committee?
It's number 15, being recommended by the Buildings and Grounds.
I'm sorry,
It's a change order.
Now,
Can you explain?
I'm going to explain this, that way we'll get right to the point. I don't mean to take it away from you. No, we're not recommending this because of the simple fact that, this is another $6,000. What's happening is we have contractors that are telling us what should be done, where we hired Land and Associates as the engineer on the firm and the engineering firm, and I don't think they were really up on this either. So the committee has discussed this, and what we're going to do is we're going to say no to this and let the progress be made. The issue with the drainage is being taken care of. Last Friday, we had the contractor came in and dug out a sewer line over there that was causing a backfeed of water into this field. The water's flowing, and we feel there's no need to go beyond with another $6,000 into this project.
Mr. Bishada, what is the change order for?
I'm sorry. This change order there was a combination of change orders. The first was to put another French drain from the right field going towards the new football field. And then there was a double seeding process, putting an additional 550 pounds of seed down over a 2-day period, which if we don't have a water cannon and we don't properly water it, the seed won't take. We'll just be feeding the birds.
Good explanation.
Mr. Bishada, how is this going to impact the drainage on the hockey field?
The drainage? Let me answer this, it's easier because, we're working as a team, and it's easier for me to say. Actually what happened is, what we did is we had Rochelle Contracting come in last Friday. We were there Thursday. There was a group of us from the committee, all of us, the committee was there. Mrs. Esposito, Mr. Balcom, myself, Mr. DeAndrea, Dennis from our billing, whatever Dennis does. No, Dennis is a good man, believe me, he's right on it. But what happened is we discussed the drainage issue, and we found out that there were two. It's a storm drain sewer that, over a period of 20 or 30 years, from sediment, trees, shrubs, leaves, everything growing in there, caused the water table not to flow properly. And with that resulting, the water backed up, went over the embankment, and was seeping into the existing right field area of the baseball field. By opening up the flow of water, this eliminates, with the new berm, I believe it's called, we put a higher berm to save the water from going over top of this. And thus we should have no problem with any more mud, well, we'll call it a mud hole out there. It should be alleviated.
I make a motion to table this off till the next meeting.
I second. Roll call.
What's this on?
Mr. Balcom?
You got a second. Table finance number 15. Motion by Mr. Sayak, and second by Mr. McEnroe.
Mr.
Volka? Mr. Bashada?
No.
Mr. Syak?
Yes.
Mr. Pinto?
Yes.
Ms. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. McEnon?
Yes.
Mr. Kuya? Yes. Ms. Trapp?
Yes.
Ms. Backo?
Yes.
Any other questions on finance?
Okay.
Like a regular meeting.
Moving on to section C, personnel, non-certified. Unpaid personnel, leave of absence. Adjust the salary for paraprofessional. Number 3, approve the employment of the following personnel. As noted.
Moving to number 5.
Moving to number 5, approve the following professional days.
As noted.
As noted.
Okay. So, we have one, we need to do, we need to read the resolution.
We need to read a resolution.
That's not on the agenda. So
That's not on the agenda.
that's all.
The Board of Education is requested to approve retroactively the suspension with pay of Peter Olkowitz, bus driver for the district for February 13, 2012.
Questions in section C?
Any questions with section C?
No.
With none, moving on to D.
With none, moving on to D. Personnel certified. Grant on an unpaid medical leave. Grant of pregnancy leave. Requested to amend retroactively the salary of Alex Rothenberg School psychologist. Approve the employment of the following personnel for school year 2011 through 2012.
As noted.
As noted. Approve the following professional days at the
As noted.
as noted.
Say number 6.
Number 6. Approve the following personnel for coaching assignments and salaries.
As noted.
As noted.
Any questions in section D?
Any questions for section D?
No.
With none, moving to,
With none,
moving to E.
moving
Section
to,
E.
moving to section E.
Policy, no report.
Policy, no report.
Moving to section F, curriculum.
Moving to section F, curriculum. Accept harassment,
Intimidation.
intimidation, and bullying reports and findings for reports number
105
105, 2011 through 12.
to 115,
To number 115,
2011,
2011, 12.
and approve
Approve placement of following classified students and out of district placements for the 2011 through 2012 school year.
any questions with section.
Any questions with section F?
No questions.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to update you on some department news. The preschoolers on Project Before had their Valentine's formal last week. All of the boys and girls wore fanciest clothes, danced to DJ's music, and made arts and crafts projects. They were certainly loved and fun in the air. The high school transitions class visited to Texas Roadhouse and learned about careers and investments. They helped prepare salad and bread as part of their lunch. They practiced their social skills and learned how to line dance. Thank you to the management to the Texas Roadhouse for making this a well-rounded learning experience. Speech therapists and classroom teachers continue to find new programs and apps for their iPads to help their students learn to communicate. The technology has given a voice to some students who are not able to speak. The iPads have have many more uses for students with disabilities, and teachers are learning how effective they can be in improving students' growth and achievement.
Thank you, Mrs. Duggan. Any other questions for section F?
No.
With none, moving to G, co-curriculum. Approve the Sayreville Middle School to take a class on a walking field trip to the War Memorial High School. Approve the Eisenhower Elementary School PTO to host the PTO's International Festival. Approve the following extracurricular activities for the Truman Elementary School as follows. Family reading night, PTO to host a coach bingo, the Battle of the Books to be held in the all-purpose room from 6 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Appoint the following personnel as coaching aides unpaid for the school year 2011-2012 as noted. Approve the participating of the wrestling state qualifiers and the coaching staff at the NJCI SIAA Wrestling Friday, Sunday, March 4th through 6th, 2011 in Atlantic City. Any questions on section G?
Yes. For number 1, which students are going on a trip? Are all of them going? Which class is going?
I would like Ms. Duffy to answer this question.
2 of our special education classes.
Thank you.
Great. Any other questions for this section?
Yes?
Oh! You're too slow. We have any qualifiers?
Are any students going to the wrestling tournament?
Unsure.
Unsure.
Thank you.
Hopefully we will.
Hopefully we will.
And next section.
Moving to H, support services. Waive the transportation policy as noted. Approve the 11 trips as noted.
Any questions about
Any questions in section H? I would like to call Mr. Gentile to the podium.
Mr. Gentile?
Mr. Gentile.
Good evening. Thank you for coming to our 3rd annual Let the Children Lead program. My name is Mr. Gentile, and I am the District Supervisor of Humanities. Dr. Alfano, our superintendent, proposed this idea a few years ago, and Mrs. Brady and I have been implementing it ever since. We are attempting to give our 5th graders a taste of civics by allowing them to be representatives of our Board of Education and Administration for an evening. We hope this exercise becomes a catalyst for curiosity and future explorations of our government and community. I would now ask our administration's representatives to please come to the podium.
Thank you.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Pantaleon. As you may know, we are doing a restoration project for the varsity baseball field. We have a new infield, a new outfield, new clay, and a new sodded area, new clay sprinklers. We are in the process of installing a backup generator for the high school. The backup generator will provide emergency power for the heating system and internet services for the district. This concludes my report. Are there any questions? Bob, do you have a date for the completion? I will have to get back to you on that.
Perfect answer. We haven't learned that yet.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Brown.
As you may know, the Sayreville War Memorial High School Bombers were back-to-back NJSIAA champions in Group 4 Central Jersey. The team has been invited to the state capitol in Trenton to be recognized for their achievement sometime in February. In February, the class of 2013 will be sponsoring the talent show on Friday, February 24th at 7 o'clock p.m. in the high school auditorium. This event showcases the talented students we have here at Sayreville War Memorial High School. In addition to the athletic and musical talent here at Sayreville War Memorial, the students are also working very hard academically to prepare for their HSPA test in early March. This test is a graduation requirement, and students and teachers here work very hard all year long to prepare themselves for their very important test. This concludes my report. Are there any questions?
Not at this time.
I would now like to introduce Ms. Jakubik.
The middle school has continued to experience growth in co-curricular and extracurricular areas. Our talented and gifted and Odyssey of the Mind programs continue to compete in a number of state and national events. We have a very active student council and community service club through which students develop a sense of citizenship and social responsibility. Students hone their literary skills by working on our magazine, school newspaper, and yearbook to capture and portray the essence of our school community. We offer a wide range of athletic programs, all of which focus on developing character and sportsmanship on and off the field. Additionally, the drama, vocal, and instrumental music program provide an atmosphere that fosters an appreciation and understanding of the importance of the arts of our culture. That concludes my report. Are there any questions?
I would now like to introduce Ms. Bond.
As the new principal of Sayreville Upper Elementary School, it has been a pleasure to work with Mrs. Brady and the staff, and I have enjoyed getting to know the students and parents of Sayreville. Students and staff members have been working hard since the first day of school. Each day you can find students actively engaged in activities within the classroom that are enhancing their understanding of the curriculum. Some Sayreville Upper Elementary School students had the opportunity to learn outside of the classroom as they visited the water treatment plant in Sayreville, while others learned about orangutans in Philadelphia. Students are also learning how to be active community members by participating in food and toy drives, writing postcards to the military, and solving math problems for the St. Jude's Mathathon. Groups of students were able to sit and speak with local veterans, and others learned how to plant trees and make compost this year. We are always looking forward to learn from and support our community. That concludes my report. Are there any questions?
I would now like to introduce Mr. Byrne.
Good evening. Arlo School is currently working on various projects using Crayola products and Legos. These projects involve working with multiple intelligences and are related to an award that Arlo received from the National Association of Elementary School Principals. We are looking for parent volunteers to assist with the Crayola after-school program. Arlo also continues to focus on areas such as writing and technology. Recently, award-winning children's author Jeff Nathan came to work with the students. The students are currently writing their own poem, which will be published in a hardcover book. The Golden Awards are always exciting at Arlo School. Each month, the students are awarded for showing good character traits. They even get to walk the red carpet. February's character trait is fairness. Another important position is being a safety patrol. Third graders are given assignments to help with the safety of other students. Students feel that being a safety patrol is exciting and it teaches responsibility at the same time. This concludes my report. Are there any questions?
BBWL.
Eisenhower School has been working very hard all year and showing good characters. During the month of February, the students will focus on our monthly theme of our hearts are in our hands, together we stand. Students will be focusing on the characteristics of being a good friend. They will be encouraged to invite to play with them, use kind words, and help a friend upset. Lend a hand to a friend in need, be caring by a friend, or sharing and taking turns. As the weather continues to be chilly, the students will get to focus on the skills during indoor recess, where they will play with the new board games recently donated by the teachers and parents. This concludes my report. Are there any questions?
I would now like to introduce Mrs. Coffey.
Good evening. As we begin 2012, the students at Truman School continue their interest in our school theme, the best me I can be. They strive to be the best he or she can be as a student, friend, citizen, reader, mathematician, writer, artist, musician, athlete, scientist, environmentalist, etc. Each month, our school theme has a threefold focus that concentrates on a specific content area of the curriculum, character education traits, and community service projects. For example, during the month of January, we focused on mathematics, where the students were involved in many exciting hands-on activities that included learning basic facts, math concepts, and problem solving. Trustworthiness was a character trait, and warm winter wishes was our community service project, in which the students made cards and wrote letters to children and local hospitals to let them know that we care. In addition, every Friday afternoon, Liz, Kenny, and I focus on the importance of maintaining a healthy body and mind by conducting a walk on the west side entitled Walk with the Principal. One child from each of the 24 homerooms is selected by his or her teacher to participate in this special event. That concludes my report. Are there any questions?
I would now like to introduce Mrs. Bauman.
Wilson's theme for the year is Be a Good Citizen Character Counts at Wilson School, which focuses on the pillars of character. Again, this year, students will be communicating via webcam with other NJ schools as part of Read Across America, New Jersey, and Skyping with elementary classes at other grade levels in other school districts. Students are using smartboards to make voice threads and riddles, and using Animoto to showcase their work. Technology is integrated in interactive classroom lessons at all levels. Teachers' blogs allow students to write about topics and have teachers respond to their writing. Students' response logs are used in grade 3 to develop strong skills. That concludes my report. Are there any questions?
I would now like to introduce Mr. Curry.
We have many wonderful activities taking place at the high school, and I would like to share some with you. February 24th, variety show in the auditorium. March 10th, peer leadership fashion show. March 29th through March 31st, spring musical. April 16th, faculty wars. April 18th, National Honor Society induction ceremony. April 19th, National Honor Society spaghetti dinner. April 20th, Mr. Sayreville. May 3rd, faculty and student basketball game. May 4th, an evening at the Improv. May 10th, instrumental spring concert. May 23rd, spring choral concert. May 24th, Powerpuff. June 7th, alumni choir. This concludes my report. Are there any questions?
Yes. Is Mr. Brown cooking for the spaghetti dinner?
I'll get back to you.
Excellent.
I would now like to introduce Mr. Gutierrez.
Sayreville Middle School strives to develop academic programs that meet the individual and unique needs of preteen students. The middle school curriculum for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade students recognizes the transitional nature of these middle years, which serve as a bridge between the structured elementary grades and the more independent and career-driven education available in high school. This concludes my report. Are there any questions?
I would now like to introduce Mrs. Brady.
Sayreville Elementary School is proud to announce that the students have participated in the St. Jude's Macathon during this winter holiday break and have collected over $3,000 during this year. This brings the grand total of money contributed to the St. Jude's Children's Hospital since the Sayreville Elementary School have opened to $35,000. Mrs. Jacqueline Dobes, my teacher at Sayreville, coordinated the Macathon, and through her efforts, we are able to help children less fortunate than we. Thank you to everyone who contributed to this worthwhile event. This concludes my report. Are there any questions?
Thank you, board members and Dr. Alfano.
I would just like to thank everybody.
Are there any other questions or comments from the board on the agenda items?
Yes, Dr. Alfano, is the high school prepared for the HESPA testing? Of course. Dr. Alfano, did you receive my email about the high school band and Memorial Day? Yes. Mr. Gentile's on it. And I know we'll get done. Thanks.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak on agenda items only?
I'd like to know what the suspension was on the first article.
Come to the microphone.
I couldn't hear what the suspension was, so I just wanted to hear.
It's personnel, can't discuss it in public.
Oh, really?
Excuse me, please state your name and
Bill O'Leary,
address.
14 James Street in Sayreville.
Thank you.
And there's nothing else going to be said about it?
No.
Okay.
Personnel. Thank you.
Is there anyone else in the public who would like to have a question or comment? May I have a motion to approve the superintendent's report? So moved. Second.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Balka? Mr. Bashada?
Yes.
Mr. Sayak?
Yes.
Mr. Pinto?
Yes.
Ms. Esposito?
Yes.
Mr. McEnon?
Yes.
Mr. Kuya?
Yes.
Ms. Trapp?
Yes.
Ms. Backa?
No. Yes, with the exception of the coach team checks. Delegate to the New Jersey School Board Association, Kevin Saya.
The New Jersey Senate Education Committee is talking about asking a special group of people to study whether or not to eliminate school boards in the state of New Jersey and design a new way to govern our schools. A new design could result in eliminating the input that several parents and residents have on setting goals for their schools and their students. Next year, there may not even be a program like this where students can work with board members. We need to watch this law very carefully as it is discussed, and I will continue to keep you updated.
Thank you. Committee
budget and recommended that we do wireless in the entire district so that we do not have to patchwork later. That's my report. Are there any questions? Great job.
Mr. Evans, there's a curriculum committee meeting tomorrow, correct?
Yes.
What time?
5 o'clock.
Discussion, Board of Education election hours, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Mr. DeAndrea.
Just want to confirm that's the times I set for the elections. I make a motion to approve the Board of Education election hours, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. Don't need a motion. Don't mix us up.
Are there any objections to the election hours?
No. No. No objections.
No.
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 No. No.
Any other discussions, items from the board?
RLTC. Mr. McEnroe.
I'm just going to have to talk about this for a second. As you know, about a year or so ago, the school board approved to have a junior ROTC program in Sayreville School District. The school district was notified that we were in the top 20 selections, and they're going to open up 8 to 10 units, and I believe that is going to be in September of 2013. Fiscal constraints have also fell upon the federal government, so I think this is an opportunity for us to kind of jump the line, and if we still have a 100% commitment to do this, we need to notify them in writing here as soon as possible. So I just wanted to ensure that the board is still 100% on board and wants to do this. Again, it's not going to be 2012, it will be September of 2013. So is there anybody on the board change their opinion? Everybody still committed to this?
I'm absolutely still committed. Absolutely 100% committed. Committed.
Say, I'll take that as
Go for it. I'll take that as a yes.
Mr. McIntosh, do you have a cost estimate?
Not to exceed $100,000.
Thank you.
I will discuss that with Ms. Sullivan tomorrow.
Thank you. Any other discussion items from the board?
Does the board have a recommendation? Does the board accept the recommendation of the student council for the donation of the merchandise?
Yes.
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 Okay. Thank you.
You got your answer.
And thank you, Mr. Wong.
Is there anyone from the public who wishes to speak on any item?
With none. And
Brett Furbush, 73 Hayden Terrace. Just want to thank everybody here. I'm sure all the parents too. I think this is a great job and a great thing you guys have done for everyone. I know my daughter's terrified right now as I'm speaking. And afraid of what I was going to say, but I really am happy with everybody, the teachers, the effort they put in, and the board members and the time you've taken out. Thanks very so much.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, Mr. Furbush.
Anyone else from the public who wishes to speak? If not, I'll close up the public portion.
I make a motion for adjournment.
Second.
Shall we do it formally?
Sure.
Everyone go home and do your homework.